What is up guys, Ghost here. Got a little channel update for you today. Just going to be talking a little bit about the future of the channel. Obviously, Battlefield 4 is sort of getting to the latter end of its lifespan and we're all busy waiting for the next Battlefield game. If you guys watched my previous video, you heard me talking much more in depth about that. So I just wanted to quickly cover here on the channel exactly what's going to be going on at the moment. Now, of course, all of the changes coming to Battlefield 4, I will be covering all of those. We're going to be getting Dragon Valley and, of course, the winter patch soon enough. And no doubt we may be getting some other content being developed on the CT as well. But for the most part, Battlefield 4 is kind of, it's kind of getting old, man. I mean, personally speaking, I am getting a little bit bored of the game. But then again, I have been playing it for the full 2 years it has been out. Some of you guys may have only picked up Battlefield 4 at a discount like a few months ago. You may have found my channel, subscribed, and you may be loving the jet content here. Stuff like Wingman, Jet Domination, Challenge Accepted, those sort of live recorded videos. I can still do those. If you guys want to see that kind of content, that's no problem. I can make that. I just kind of want to get some feedback from you guys on what you would like to see. Because it seems whenever I put any game up on the channel that isn't Battlefield, people don't really seem to like it that much. Now, I'm mainly talking most recently, of course, about Battlefront. It is a game I'm playing. No, it's not as serious as a game of Battlefield, but I like it nonetheless. I enjoy it, and a lot of other people do as well. So I've been playing that game quite a bit. Decided to make a few videos on that. Now, of course, I don't expect those videos to get anywhere near the viewership that my Battlefield 4 does, because, of course, this is mainly a Battlefield 4 channel. But a lot of people have been disliking the videos, even some people commenting, sort of threatening to unsubscribe if I ever post Battlefront again. And, well, to be honest, to those people, I would just say, well, you know where the door is. If you really can't handle me posting anything except Battlefield 4, then you probably don't want to be here, because that's gonna happen. I cannot just play Battlefield 4 and no other game. Now, that being said, I can still understand that Battlefront isn't for everybody. A lot of people, especially if you don't really like Star Wars, you're not interested in it, you don't think it's anything special, you may be like, what is this game, man? I'm looking for a much more hardcore experience, I don't care for this. But hey, here's an idea. You could just, I don't know, not click on the videos at all, instead of sort of coming over to them and complaining about them. Now, of course, I'm speaking to a minority of people here. Most of you guys are cool with it, and you'll use your common sense. If you don't want to watch a Battlefront video, you won't click on the bloody video. I mean, of course, that's what I do. Now, that's not to say that I'm giving up on Battlefield. Far from it, guys. I may have posted, a few videos from Battlefront when the game first releases, because it's a new game, there's lots to talk about, so of course it's going to be easy to whip out or crank out a few videos on that particular title. That isn't to say, though, that I'm not going to cover Battlefield anymore. I definitely am going to, and like I mentioned before, I can keep bringing Jet Domination and Wingman and those sorts of videos if that's something that you guys actually are interested in seeing. And by all means, let me know down below what you are actually interested in seeing. If you want to just keep on seeing only Battlefield 4, let me know that. If you want to see other games, then let me know that as well, and which games are you thinking about. I did, of course, consider Rainbow Six Siege. I've been playing that in the beta phase. It is quite an interesting game, and CSGO has always done pretty decently on this channel for me. Most of you guys seem to play that game, so I feel like we have some common ground there, apart from just Battlefield. And of course, Rainbow Six has some similarities to CSGO. However, the only issue that I have had with it so far from the beta is just sort of bugs, really, netcode issues. The solid, the foundation of the game, the idea of the game, it really interests me. I think it's cool. The level destruction and everything is something that you can't really find in any other game, as far as I'm aware. But I just had so many issues in the beta, which was running right up to the release of the game. So you can pretty much say that the beta is essentially the finished game, how it's going to be functioning, minus whatever content they withheld from the beta. But I had issues with matchmaking. Uplay is just utter crap. I mean, we all know that. Why in God's name do we have to use Uplay if it doesn't even work properly? You couldn't stay in a party for love nor money. The in-game VoIP, of course, which is incredibly important in a game like this. As you know from CSGO, you use that all the time, and CSGO's VoIP is pretty good. In Rainbow Six Siege, it's terrible. Your microphone stays open the entire time you're playing the majority of rounds for me. And then I also had netcode issues, which you would think is a major deal breaker in a game like this, where a single headshot from any weapon will kill you. I mean, that's even worse than CSGO. At least on CSGO, some weapons you can take 2 headshots from, right? But in Rainbow Six Siege, I constantly found somebody coming around the corner, and I felt like they just one-tapped me in the head. Then I see the replay on their screen and realise that they actually emptied close to half a clip at me. I didn't see that happen at all. From my perspective, I just got one-tapped. I got no warning whatsoever there. So for me, those issues are pretty big issues with the game. They're pretty groundbreaking issues. So I would like to see those resolved before I go and shell $60 on this game. Because really, there isn't a whole lot of content. There are 3 game modes which are largely similar. There are 10 different maps, I believe, and you've got a bunch of different operators. But really, if the core foundation of what the game isn't working 100%, then it's probably not going to be that much of a fun experience. Of course, I don't own the full game. Don't take this as a review, as a should you buy this game or not. Far from it. I'm just explaining to you guys why I haven't yet picked it up. But if I did, is that something that you guys would be interested in seeing here on the channel? So there you go, guys. I just wanted to quickly explain about this. Obviously, this has been not like my normal videos. It's been very sort of casual. I'm just having a little chit chat with you guys. But I felt like people are getting a little sort of edgy on why I haven't been uploading that much Battlefield content lately, and it's not that I've sort of lost passion for the game, it's just that it's getting kind of old and getting a little bit bored, specifically of Battlefield 4, and as you know by now, Hardline isn't really my cup of tea, so I've just been looking to other titles, and in my opinion, most of the stuff I play other than Battlefield, you guys probably don't have any interest in seeing here on the channel, so I mostly keep those gaming experiences for myself, and that's really what I've been spending my time doing. However, as I mentioned before, do let me know in the comments down below what you want to see on the channel. Something else I would also like to bring back, and I feel this is a very good part of Battlefield 4's life cycle to bring this in, is the Q&A series that I used to do in the past. I've done maybe 4 or 5 of those, and I haven't done one for probably a year now. It's been a really long time actually. And in this Q&A series, I let people ask me questions, either Battlefield related, gaming related. It can be about myself, my personal life, pretty much whatever. I will, answer almost anything. And I thought it would be a good idea to bring that back. So let me know also down below if you would be interested in getting a Q&A session going, because I feel that could be a good way to start a little bit of discussion on the next Battlefield game, quite like we did in the last video, and that one got quite a few responses. So yeah guys, that's about it. Thank you for sticking around and listening to this, and also thank you ever so much just for being a part of this channel. Like, I don't want to get all sappy or anything, but I never thought I would get to this sort of size of channel, even though I may not be that big compared to a lot of other people. I'm just really happy with where I've gotten so far, so thank you very much guys, and thank you for the continued support. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next one.